What is the language of bacteria? Instead of words, bacteria use chemical signals to communicate. They produce small molecules called autoinducers, which diffuse into the surrounding environment. As the bacterial population grows, the concentration of these molecules called autoinducers and their signals increase, resulting in increasing noise level, which we can call as a chemical chatter. How does the bacteria listen and interpret this chemical chatter? We all know that bacteria is unicellular. What I mean is, it is made up of only a single cell. This cell has a wall called the cell wall. On the wall of the bacterial cell, there are what you call as receptors, specially designed to receive and interpret the signals coming from its neighborhood. And this information is very important for the bacteria to take stock of the strength of their neighborhood in terms of how many of their friends are around, meaning how strong is their population, and has the chemical noise level being created by their population reached the needed threshold for them to get into a coordinated action, which is important for their survival as a group and to become virulent, meaning aggressive, and also even to cause a disease. If the answer is yes, they will form a strong union, become aggressive, cause infection, and even lead to a disease. Otherwise, they will go away. This process by which bacteria listen, understand, and act is called quorum sensing. This is the reason why every time an infection gets into you, you need not get infected and land with a disease. Let me give you an easy example for you to understand this concept as to how a bacteria can cause a disease. I am going to take a very simple example of throat infection because it is very common and easy to understand. You know, we call it strep throat because generally it is caused by a pathogenic bacteria called streptococci. By pathogenic bacteria, I mean the bacteria that can cause a disease. The pathogenic bacteria that can cause the throat infection is there in the atmosphere all the time, in and around you. And from time to time it gets into you through your nose, through your mouth, and also gets out without causing the disease. That is why you don't get sore throat, this throat infection, every day, though the pathogens are in and out all the time. But then, once in a way, when this pathogenic bacteria, let us say streptococci, which can cause streptococcal throat infection, reaches your throat and decides to stay there, multiply, infect, and cause the disease, then you get the disease. Let us see how this happens. As the first step, the bacteria should get into your throat and start multiplying. Let us say this has happened. Then they should get into action by initiating the process of quorum sensing, which you have seen earlier, to see whether the chemical chat level is adequate to proceed further. This is the stage at which you start getting that kitch sensation in the throat. This is the right time for you to get into action. Let us say by taking a saline goggle and try to get rid of the bacteria by creating a saline environment. But of course, many a times we fail to do this. Then what happens? The infecting bacteria starts multiplying geometrically. I mean like 2, 4, 16, 32, 64 and so on, causing severe discomfort in your throat. Keep in mind that all along while this is happening in your throat, the infecting bacteria keeps communicating with each other through a process which I have told you earlier, known as quorum sensing. Once they are sure that the concentration is adequate to cause the disease, then of course you are down with strep throat. From this example, one thing is clear. It is very important for the bacteria to keep talking to each other all the time. Understand whether there is adequate strength in them to cause the disease. And if yes, you are in trouble. There is a lot more to this subject. Pathogenic bacteria can get in, resort to quorum sensing, form union, become aggressive and cause the disease. And believe me, even fight against your efforts to get rid of them including use of antibiotics, and thus keep causing you the disease. Naturally, scientists are working very hard to find out how to interfere with this communication channel called quorum sensing so that we can protect ourselves against the pathogenic bacteria. We will see about this interesting thing in the next episode. Meanwhile, this is VJ signing off. As I always like to say, gut well to get well.
Professor, I have a question for you. So you tell us bacteria can talk to each other. So how exactly do they, I don't think I can imagine, how exactly do they do that? Could you please elaborate?
Quorum sensing is essentially how bacteria talk to each other through a fascinating chemical language that allows them to sense the population density to decide on a coordinated action. Imagine it is as a bacterial town hall meeting where more the bacteria gather, the louder the signal becomes, triggering specific action with certain quorum or threshold is reached. Quorum sensing is a remarkable example of bacterial intelligence. It allows these tiny organisms to act in a collective group, coordinating their action. It is a language without words, a symphony of chemicals that speaks volumes about the power of cooperation in the microbial world. Do you understand this?